this is, go write a program. All right, what's the first thing that you have to think about when somebody says write a program? Of course, the question is, write a program that does what, right? Because a program needs to do something, right? A program is basically instructions to the computer to do something. So if somebody comes to you and say write a program, and you're looking at your canvas and you say, I should write a program that does what? All right, now if you figure out what you want to do, let's just say, okay, the person says write a program that prints the word hello world on the screen. All right, so this is my English syntax. All right, let me zoom in here for a second. So this is English. Now I'm thinking in English, write a program that prints the word hello world on the screen. And what I'm doing here is I want to deconstruct how we can start taking things that we think about and being able to translate that into program, because that's basically what programming is. All right, so what I've done here is I've written this in English, and this is following the English syntax. But the question is this a program? Right? It's not, because if I'm writing a program in Python, then I have to follow the Python syntax. So basically, programming is taking a problem like this that we have in English, or a question or an issue like this that we have in English, and then being able to translate that into something that the computer can actually understand. All right, and so Python does have a syntax, and that's what we're going to be going through in the exercises here today, understanding the syntax of Python and breaking it down. So if you've never written any program in your life, all right, it's basically, if you can write it in English, then the next step is basically taking that, all right, and saying, how do I translate this into the language that I want? That's what programming is. That's how easy it is. That's just what it is. There's nothing more complex than that. All right, so we've written here let me actually go back here and write English. All right, zoom in here for a second. So in English, what we want is write a program that prints the word hello world on the screen. That's a challenge. That's the very basic program that we can do. So how do we do it in Python? All right, how do we do it in Python? So now, since Python has a syntax, right, and that's what we're just going to be learning here, the syntax of Python, how to translate it into the syntax of Python is very simple. So what we would say is, all right, so what do we want to do? Print the word hello on the screen. All right, so let's actually start with hello world. All right, let me make this let me make it that way just for now. All right, so I just write hello world here. All right, but the question says print hello world on the screen. So this is something I want to print on the screen. So how do we print something on the screen? All right, so for Python, there is a syntax, and now this is what we call, let me actually, all right, so syntax is basically the way you have to write something for Python to understand. That's the syntax. All right, the syntax of Python might be different from the syntax of Java, might be different from the syntax for Ruby, might be different from the syntax of any language you're trying to program with. All right, so let's actually give an example of bad syntax. Syntax in English. Let me go to the next line here. Just bear with me. I'm setting the stage up before we start writing code, because I believe it's very important to understand these fundamentals before we just jump in and start writing a lot of code. All right, so bad English syntax. All right, I can say something like man is I'm trying to think of something really bad. These guys, bear with me. Is something like that. All right, people. I was really thinking of something really out there to really show bad syntax. All right, so let's say if I wrote something like this in English, man is people. All right, if you look at that, it doesn't really make any sense, right? Because this is not allowed in English. You cannot say man and then put an is and then an is and then are and then people, right? It's either man is something, right? An object, a verb, a noun kind of thing. And there are certain ways that you have to put them together for it to make sense, right? Syntax for us in English is basically what we call grammar, right? It's basically what we call grammar, right? That's what syntax is in English, grammar. So because there are certain rules in English that you cannot take a verb and a noun and a noun you cannot take a noun and a noun together before a verb kind of thing, right? You cannot say tree, man, happy. This is just really killing me because this is bad. This is absolutely bad. This is not acceptable in English, all right? Because grammatically it's not correct. So grammar is the structure or the rules that tells us how we can take the pieces and the building blocks of English and put them together, all right? So English is governed by grammar. English is governed by grammar, which is basically syntax, right? And then syntax, there is another piece called vocabulary. Vocabulary, all right? So vocabulary is just basically, let's say man, tree, house. That's all part of the vocabulary of English. So to actually write a sentence, to actually say something in English, you're basically taking your vocabulary and then you're following a particular rules and combining those vocabularies together to then come up with sentences that make sense. All right. So if my vocabulary is man, tree, house, is, happy, think about every word in the dictionary as being part of the vocabulary, right? You know, that's every word you can imagine in English. That's part of the vocabulary. The individual words themselves, like man, tree, house, car, red, you know, snow, all of that is part of our vocabulary. And the way we make sentences is to take the vocabularies, put them in a way that makes sense to actually, and that way that makes sense is called grammar. And then we actually take that and we create sentences. So for example, let's say now I have my vocabulary up here. I can say, you know, man is happy. All right. Now that makes sense grammatically because I've taken the vocabulary, which is what we have here, the list of words, and I've put them in a syntactically correct or in a grammatically correct structure. Then it makes sense for me to convey a message. English will accept this. But if I went ahead and I said, man happy is, bear with me, man happy is, all right? Even though I have the same vocabulary, the vocabulary here is the same things, right? Man is happy, man happy is, it's all the same. But this is right according to English, right? This is wrong according to English. Right, so we have the same vocabulary, but the syntax is just off. The grammar is off, and so that will be wrong. All right. So guys, I wanted to also have that at the back of their mind in terms of programming languages, because that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be simply taking even Python, Java, Django, whatever you're programming in. You're simply taking a bunch of things and then writing it in a way that makes sense to that particular language that you're working with. So the language in our case is Python. So we're going to be taking all these vocabularies and writing it in a way that is syntactically correct, right? Let me write that down. Syntactically correct. Bear with me. I hope I spell syntactically correct. Oh, wow. Yep. If that's not correct, it's okay. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing for Python. Now, let's actually zoom in here. We have that challenge that we started at the very beginning here of write a program. All right, let me move all of this out of the screen. All right, so here we know we've talked about syntax. And then we talked about grammar. We talked about vocabulary. Those are the key concepts I want you to take away from this, right? There is syntax, there's grammar, there's vocabulary, and how you put that together, you can actually make a language. As a matter of fact, the language we're using today is Python. You can create your own language if you want. If you understand, if you have a vocabulary, you have a rules that you can put the vocabulary together to build something that makes sense according to that language. You've got yourself a language. All right. So English is just one. Python is another one. Java is another one. You know, SQL is another one. All of them will have their grammar, which is basically the rules, and then they'll have a vocabulary, which is basically the words that that's acceptable in that language. So Let's write a program that prints the word hello world on the screen. So now this is English. Let's do it in Python. So we have this hello world. We know that this is what we want to print on the screen. But what is the correct way in Python to say print on the screen, right? So that's what we need to do now. So in Python, right, and this is just a rule, this is just a grammar in Python. It says if you want to print something on the screen, you just write the sentence print, all right? Put a bracket this way, put a bracket that way, and whatever is in here gets printed on the screen. That's it, right? So now we print hello world on the screen. So if I go ahead, I select this, and you can run it from clicking the button here. All right. I'm having an issue. Just bear with me for a second. It says Python exec can't open file 000 variables, no such file in directory. So all right, I think I know what's going on here. Okay, so because it's still running this old file, I was running this before. So what we need to do is to do a fresh run, and I'm gonna be running my working area here. All right, so we want to make sure that we're running the name of the file that's actually within our context. So let's go ahead and run this. All right, so now if you see here, it's printed this word hello world on the screen, and that's basically the exercise. This is the simplest Python program you can write, all right, at least based on what I think. All right, so in English, they said write a program that prints the word hello world on the screen. It's pretty verbose. It's a lot of words in English, right? It's very, very long. But when you talk about programming languages, they make it so simple, right? What am I trying to do? Print hello world on the screen. All right, good. Print hello world on the screen. Is that easy? All right, and this is how I want us to think about programming. Literally take the concept of what you're trying to do, and the thing is, programming languages make it so easy to implement. All right, English is so long. Write a program that prints the word hello world on the screen. That's so long. All right, in Python, in formal languages, and they call all of this formal languages, right? Things like Python are called formal languages, and these are some terms that you might want to also know. These are called formal languages. So in formal languages like Python, Java, SQL, all of that, right? Ruby, all of those are formal languages. PHP, right? And there are thousands of them. They make it so simple to implement whatever it is you want to do. So while English will make me do something this long, Python, so simple. Print, then the quotes, right? You have to put it in that quote, and then whatever it is you want to print in here, then that gets printed on the console, which is what we've seen here. All right, so guys, there you have it. That's our very, very, very first and most basic Python program. And because I'm following the standards of the course, this one will be hashtag 0.0.1. That's our first exercise.